Thank you so much for clicking on my video, and if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. Today, for our Sussex style video, I wanted to break down the outfits in the Harry and Meghan docuseries. Let's get into it. Once again, thank you so much for clicking on my video. If you have not already, feel free to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on that notification bell. I want to say a big hello to the Patreon supporters and the friend circle, and I'm going to curtsy to the royal court. Thank you so much to everyone who supports the channel and has become a member. I really appreciate it. So today I was in a little bit of a dramatic mood, and since it is a Sussex style video, I was like, why not? I love wearing my scarves and I like finding new ways to wear my scarves. And I thought this was a little dramatic, but I was like, okay, let's do it. So here we are. So let's jump in. I found this really great article in Hello Magazine or hello.com, and it's about Meghan and why she chose to wear all white in the Netflix docuseries. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. The title of this article is Why Meghan Markle Wore White for New Netflix Docuseries, From the Duchess's New Wardrobe Confession to Insights from a Color Psychologist. This is written by Jane Walsh. What a lovely photo, Jane. All right, the Duchess of Sussex's most significant public moments are illustrated with striking images of her donning optic white ensembles. Meghan and Prince Harry's appearances in the lead up to the momentous Harry and Meghan Netflix series were no exception. But do you know the symbolism behind Meghan's choice to wear white? Appearing on camera in Harry and Meghan, the mother of two spoke clearly and confidently to the camera while wearing a chic white shirt and matching white palazzo trousers. Meghan exuded calmness and the impact was effective. Pointedly, in the lead up to the highly anticipated launch of the Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan, the couple stepped out in New York on Tuesday to attend the Ripple of Hope Awards, where Meghan slipped into a stunning white custom-made Louis Vuitton column dress with a Bardot neckline. Hello previously spoke to a color psychologist and design director, Tosh Bradley, who revealed her thoughts on these impactful head-to-toe white ensembles and specifically what it means for Harry and Meghan's brand. And keep in mind, when it's all white, it's achromatic. Meghan being in all white, you wear white to unclutter your mind, to show that you have a clear mind and that you know yourself, she explained. To wear white, you've got to have a lot of confidence, you know? You're not hiding anything. You want to show purity. It's a very brave move to put an all white outfit on. In terms of branding, Tosh explained why outfit color choices are particularly influential. Quote, color, by the way, is the first thing that we see. Take on, let's say, the shape of an object. The color is the first thing that we interact with. So that's where it could be so powerful when it comes to branding. Meghan recently addressed her approach to dressing when she confessed to having previously opted for muted beige and even brown tones during her time as a working royal in order to avoid color clashing with Princess Kate and the Queen. Meghan spoke about how she had previously been so keen to blend in and not stand out against more senior members of the royal family. When the 41-year-old joined the royals for her first Christmas with Harry at Sandringham in 2017, she wore an ensemble consisting of warm brown and beige hues. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about that conversation regarding Meghan opting to not wear colorful ensembles when she was in group outings with senior royals. And it's important to clarify that because we did see her wear color when she was part of the royal family. Yes, that is not something she disputed. She specifically said when on group engagements with senior royals, which is exactly what we saw. When she was with senior royals, she wore muted tones. When she was on her own or with just Harry, she wore more bright, daring colors, which I loved all of it. To be fair, she could make a brown paper bag look like Vogue. And so we probably didn't notice because she made it look effortless. Kind of like how they discussed their first walkabout and how right up to the walkout, everything was so hectic and they had to do outfit changes, wardrobe changes. There were snafus and fashion issues, and we were none the wiser because she made it look great. She made it look so great that we saw her copied numerous times from that same outfit for other existing royals, even senior royals. It's interesting. She was intent on not copying other senior royals, but they were hell-bent on copying her, and they are still copying her to this day. So I wanted to use this article in particular because the one I previously had queued up was a Vogue article. I was really annoyed by it because I love using Vogue. I mean, I was surprised that something like this went up on their site, especially considering they always do their due diligence. And for the most part, they maintain a very large but neutral platform when it comes to the royals. So to see them put a post up like this really ticked me off. I'm not going to share the whole thing, but I am going to share a segment so they originally wanted to use because it's Vogue and it was the topic that I wanted to talk about, which was Meghan's fashion in the docuseries. But here's a couple of excerpts. The title of this article is "The Message Behind the Clothes in Harry and Meghan." They start with this gorgeous photo, right? Listen to this opener. The fashion in Harry and Meghan plays out like a carefully curated reel of normalness. Plaid J. Crew shirts, Ray-Ban aviators, and denim cutoffs populate the montage clips of the couple's love story as they work hard to show that at the heart of this media storm, they are just two regular people who found one another via Instagram and wore animal onesies to celebrate their engagement. Except that nothing about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's narrative is ordinary, and the curation of those clothes has been poured over to the nth degree. For the interview segments of the Netflix documentary, during which Meghan lays bare the reality of becoming a prince's girlfriend, the former actor wears a pale blue cashmere Krista Elster sweater. The relaxed piece, designed to comfort yet still look chic, was selected for its affordability, anonymity, and accessibility. The Every Woman jumper shows a softer, more approachable side to a public figurehead, watch this, who is putting down her armor to tell her side of a tale that has been rehashed countless times. So I'm going to stop there. I found that article to be extremely condescending. I only read 3 or 4 more paragraphs before I was just like, wow, Alice, just say you're jealous and move on. You don't have to write a whole article being extremely snarky and disrespectful. The thing is, just because Meghan is successful doesn't mean she doesn't like the everyday things. If Meghan wore exclusively expensive, non-affordable brands, if she leaned into her wealth, which she very much has, she has wealth, if she leaned into her connections with all these designers, if she leaned into her status as a very, very fierce fashion it girl, which she is, if she leaned into that, you guys would say she was pompous. You would call her arrogant. You would call her cocky. Already call her princess pushy. You call her a bully. All these things. Yet when she shows who she really is at the heart of everything, you mock her. Even her fashion. If you look back, not only at the docuseries, but if you just look back at her old Instagram, her old red carpets, her old article, her archive website, you'll see that Meghan has always liked J. Crew. You'll see that Meghan has always liked very affordable brands. You'll see that Meghan has always liked finding gems. It's not about the cost. It's not about the price. It's about the look. And anyone, especially someone who's writing for Vogue, should know price doesn't dictate style. So here's what I want to ask. If she would have worn these very exclusive outfits, or if she'd worn head to toe Dior, if she'd worn head to toe custom Louis Vuitton again, if she had worn all of these custom pieces and doused herself in jewelry and glamour and all the things, would you have then been okay with that? Do you want her to live out your fantasy, or are you interested in getting to know the real Meghan? Meghan dresses up like herself. Before Meghan was a royal, she dressed exactly like this. That's what's so funny to me, is that you guys act like the internet doesn't exist and we can't simply just look this up. It's not that she's trying to appear normal. It's that she is normal. She is an actual human being. And to sit there and try to perpetuate something else is to basically say, let's strip her of her humanity because she doesn't wear the brands I want her to wear. Alice Newbold, I'm really surprised that Vogue published this article, as it is extremely condescending, lacks any sense, and the same article is in Glamour. So I said all that to say, I thought Meghan's fashion was gorgeous. I thought she looked gorgeous. And here's the thing that I love most about Meghan. Alice Newbold, take note. The thing I love most about Meghan is the fact that she doesn't need the clothes to make her. She's glamorous all on her own. Throughout the docuseries, we saw her dressed down plenty of times, including in her pajamas multiple times, in sweatshirts, relaxed, on a safari, in the bush, in a tent, And every single one of those times, I'm 100% sure she looked 10 times better than Alice Newbold if she had been wearing a floor-length evening gown. Alice Newbold in this article sounded like the musings of someone who was jealous. It did, and that's exactly why I was a little bit surprised Vogue published it. Vogue has been a neutral party for a very long time, which is why I've always delighted in using their articles for our Sussex style reviews. But to see an article like that on their platform disgusted me. It reeked of, why not me? And here's also the thing. Kate is always getting praised for recycling clothes. She's always getting praised for being the every woman. And she's in the royal family. She's literally living in a palace. But Meghan, self-made Meghan, humble beginnings Meghan, worked all her life Meghan, wears clothes that she likes for comfort, durability, and practicality. And for some reason, it's a put on, as this article states. This article strongly implies that the entire look that Meghan donned was a put on by stating these clothes were poured over to the nth degree. I mean, if you're going to be on TV in a critically acclaimed documentary, wouldn't you want to look at what your clothes are going to look like? Wouldn't you want to put together a look? Wouldn't you want your look to convey who you really are? If you're a down-home person who's also the mother of 2 small children under the age of 4, would you be dressed in head-to-toe Versace? Would you be dressed in head-to-toe Dior? Or would you wear something that's practical? So I was really surprised once again that Vogue used that article, but what do? And I'm really happy that Meghan looked like herself. She looked happy, and the fact that she did talk about wearing neutrals when she was in the royal family, I'm glad she brought it up, but she looked radiant. I said this in my review. Meghan looked great in those neutrals. I didn't realize why she was doing it. I just thought that was the look of the moment, and she started a moment. It's so funny because she was intentionally trying not to stand out, but when you've got it, you can't help that, girl. Don't ever dim your light. If they're all that in a bag of chips, you won't even have to dim your light. It's just interesting because someone mentioned, couldn't she just find out what color the other royals are wearing and then just not wear that color? She doesn't have to always wear nude and muted colors. And I found that to be funny because we've had this conversation before. These looks are pre-planned. And to avoid what happened during the walkabout where things were just kind of hustling and bustling, she's got to plan ahead. Isn't it easier to just plan ahead with neutrals? But again, I'm not in the business of trying to make sense out of nonsense. So I just wanted to point out that her style looked elegant. She looked fierce. She looked beautiful. I love that she wore all white in the documentary because we just saw her at the Ripple of Hope Awards in that beautiful all white custom Louis Vuitton. And I like that she looked like herself. And so that was a different point in their lives, but it was nice seeing them then and telling their story. And they were very calm, just like the article said in Hello. They were very calm. They were very put together. They were very poignant. They were very honest and direct. It just felt like having a conversation with your best friend. And if I took nothing away from the docuseries, I did take this. Meghan is a genuine, humble, caring person. And she doesn't deserve the hate she gets, even when it comes to picking a sweater that's comfortable for her. Keep in mind, she's a mother. Keep in mind, she's having a conversation in her living room. I wouldn't expect her to come down in a Zsa Zsa Gabor getup, like me. But it's great to see that she doesn't let it get to her. It's great to see that she flies above. And Alice Newbold, keep in mind, the only way to pull someone down is to already be down yourself. I'm so glad to support someone who has committed their life to a life of service, but also has some common damn sense. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed today's Sussex style video and my ridiculous blue scarf. I just had to wear it. I have been dying to wear the scarf and I was like, how am I gonna wear it? I haven't worn it yet. So here we are. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have not already, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on that notification bell. Feel free to go ahead and hit that link if you're interested in becoming a member of my Patreon, where you will get members only videos early, or feel free to hit that join button to become a member of my YouTube, where you will also get exclusive videos every week. For watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.